Hey guys, this is Anali and I am back with a new tutorial. This tutorial we would be discussing a problem where we will be utilizing the D'Alembert's principle. So guys, before that, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon to get the notification about the newly uploaded videos. So guys, I have mentioned the problem statement in the description box. It consists of the system here as shown. We need to determine the acceleration of these two blocks and the tension in the string. This spool is frictionless and the coefficient of the friction is given as 0.25. Okay, so for solving such kind of the problem, our first step is to draw the free body diagram of the blocks. So before that, since the motion is in downward direction, the tension in the string would be somewhat like this, and here the tension would be like this. Okay, also since this is the block A, so the weight would be acting in this direction, that is mg. Okay, and for the block B, the weight would be acting in this manner. This is mass into gravity, and mass is given as 20 kilograms, so 20 g. This would be like one of the component, that is 20 g cos of 30 degree, and this would be nothing but 20 g sine of 30 degree, 20 g sine of 30. Okay, also there will be the frictional force acting. Since this block is moving in this direction, this block B would be moving in this direction, so the frictional force would act in this direction, and it would be having the magnitude equals to mu r, where r is the normal reaction, and the normal reaction acting on the block B would be in somewhat this manner. So this is r. Okay, so let us draw the free body diagram separately. So this is the block B. Okay, this is given as 20 g, so this would be definitely 20 g cos of 30 degree, and this would be definitely 20 g sine of 30 degree. Okay, there is a reaction r from the surface, and there is a frictional force and the magnitude mu r. There is a tension in the string like this. Okay, so this is the free body diagram of the block B. Now let us draw the free body diagram of the block A. So this is the block A, the weight that is equals to 10 g acting in the downward direction, tension in the string somewhat acting in this manner, and the block is moving in this direction. That means acceleration is in this direction. It has been given. Okay, so now we will be applying the D'Alembert's principle to solve such kind of the problem. So first of all, let us write the D'Alembert's principle. The D'Alembert's principle can be written as sigma f minus m into a, that is equals to 0, where ma is nothing but an inertia force and sigma f is summation of the forces. And if we are taking along the x direction, then it will be sigma fx, and if along the y direction, it will be sigma fy. Okay, now applying the D'Alembert's principle for the block A. So what we will be getting, sigma fy minus mass into acceleration, that is equals to 0. Okay, and here this block A is moving in this direction, so definitely the inertia force would act in this direction, and since the direction of the inertia force is negative along this direction, means the sign convention of the inertia force along this direction is negative, all the forces along this direction would be negative. Or in short, one can remember that all the forces which are opposing this motion are to be taken as negative. That means the sign convention of the t will be negative. Otherwise we can write as t minus 10g, or we can also write 10g minus t. But now, since t is opposing the motion, that means t is acting in the opposite direction to that of the motion of the block, we can take the t as negative. So this would be correct and this would be incorrect. Okay, so applying in this equation, we would be getting 10g, that is 10 into 9.8, that is equals to 9.98 minus t, and minus 10a, that is equals to 0. The acceleration of the block A and the B would be same, and we are taking it as A only. Okay, So let us take this as equation number 1. Now taking D'Alembert's principle or applying the D'Alembert's principle for this block B, so sigma Fy minus Ma, that is equals to 0. But since there is no motion along the y direction, this Ma would be equals to 0. So sigma Fy, that is equals to 0. So we can get R equals to 20g into cos of 30. Okay, and the value of R comes out to be 169.74. Now applying D'Alembert's principle along x direction, so sigma Fx minus Ma, that is equals to 0. And since this motion is in this direction, the inertia force would act in this direction. Hence, all the forces in this direction would be taken as negative. So we need to write as T minus 20g sine of 30 minus mu r minus mass into acceleration, that is minus 20 into a, that is equals to 0. The value of mu is given as 0.25. The value of r we have determined as 169.74. So this term is known and this entire term is known. So we would be getting T minus 98 minus 42.435, that is equals to 20. Let us take this as equation number 2. Now we will be solving these two equations. So on solving these two equations, we will be getting minus 42.435, that is equals to 30k. Okay, so the value of A comes out to be minus 1.41 meter per second square. And placing this value of A as minus 1.41 meter per second square in either of these equation, we would be getting the value of T as 10 into, we are placing the value of A in this equation, that is 10 into 1.41 minus minus 10 into 1.41 plus 98. So we will be getting the value of T as 83.9 Newton. Okay, now here we have not taken the negative sign of the acceleration. Actually, this negative sign indicates that the motion of the block A is not in the downward direction, but A is moving in the upward direction. So let us note it, this negative sign. So the negative sign indicates A moves in upward direction. So we have concluded from the negative sign that block A moves in the upward direction with an acceleration of 1.41 meter per second square. So there is no need to take the negative sign in this equation. Okay, so by utilizing the D'Alembert's principle, we have obtained the value of acceleration as 1.41 meter per second square and the tension in the string as 83.9 Newton. So guys, that's all from my side. If you have any doubt, do comment in the comment section, and thank you guys for watching this video.